guys, I'm back with a journal share today. This is actually already sold, but I still wanted to film a video for you. It's totally, a different style for me, if you compare this to my last video. But do you know what? It came together really, really fast, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, she is a chunk. So this is based off a kit called Mystical Women. There's actually two parts to the kit. So there's Mystical Women, the Castle, and Mystical Women, the Forest. So it's all sort of magical, whimsy. I'm not going to say Halloween because I wouldn't say it was that at all. It's more sort of nature, like sort of botanical, apothecary, and then obviously, women as well, mystical women. So yeah, I thought I would do a bit of a show and tell of what I created. So this is a really old book, a black book that I wanted to use, and I created a new spine for it, and clearly I didn't create it wide enough because I've still managed to get a gator mouth. So I've covered it with vintage lace, some more eyelet sort of lace on the side, and then I've got this image on the back here of butterflies, and this just basically is encapsulating the ribbon that ties around. And I did something a little different. So this is an image out of the kit, and I wanted it to look like a miniature booklet attached on top of the book. So I created a magnetic little closure here. So there's tiny little magnets hidden inside. And this is just a blank little notebook that you can write inside. I just thought that was really cute, and then I added one of the words on the kit which says herbs. So yeah, I quite like how that came out. So into the journal itself. So it's tied together with sari silk, and I've added this vintage button that I've had in my stash for a while. I've got a couple of them actually, and I've not been able to part with them, but I thought it really went well with this journal. So it's like this sort of gunmetal silver like rhinestones. So I've just popped it onto a little ball pin there just to attach it to the seam binding. So I've just tied it with a bow. And as I said, it's all wrapped around the journal, so it's not going to actually come off. Now this may be a bad idea, but I've put the fabric that's in the background is the fabric that I used to line the inside of the book, so it might disappear now thinking about it. But yeah, this is a really old quilt that I have, and some of it has the batting, is that the right word? Still within it, and some sides it doesn't. So I started using the side that didn't have it, and I basically just lined the journal with it. And it's really pretty. It's got rust marks on it still. It's still got hand stitch pieces in it. So yeah, I wanted to use that for my journal. I thought it would be a really nice piece to use within the actual book itself. So moving on, I've created a little side tuck here. I've done a lot of paper ruffles. This one's made out of old Bible book. There's a couple of journaling cards in the kit as well. So this one's got stinging nettles and poison hemlock. So I thought that was quite cool. Again, going with a sort of apothecary kind of theme, if you will. I've added some images from the kit as well. I've done a lot of stitching in this journal as well. I don't usually do a huge amount, but I did stitch a lot of the journal cards in like a dark brown, so it really made everything pop out a bit more. And then I've just added one of the women from the kit. She just seemed like she was a very sort of, I don't know, interesting lady, shall we say. This is original ephemera, really old piece of like rag paper with original, obviously, writing on it. I didn't want to cover up too much of that because it's really, really pretty. But I did add another image from the kit of this photograph of these flowers, and I clipped it in with, not clipped it, I've stuck it in with the photo frame so you can write on them, or you can obviously add your own photograph if you'd like to. If I can get it back in now. And then here I've just added, I've talked about these before. I've got them in different colours, but these are 49 and Market, the laser cut elements. And this one is all sort of the greeny kind of colours. So I use some of the butterflies and the moths out of this kit as well. So everything's pre-cut for you, and I really love that. So yeah, I use some elements of those throughout the journal. I'll point them out. So yeah, one of them is just this little butterfly that I added down at the bottom. And then another image from the kit, and then this is another 49 Market die cut. I mean, it's so intricately laser cut out. It's just fabulous. I'd never be able to cut that out with a pair of scissors personally. And I've just layered it onto some vintage lace. I love this image of this lady. On this page I've created a little side tuck, and then I created this little journal card. I love these two ladies on this image and the butterfly. Just added like a tag coming out the side. And then in here just added some more ephemera. So I have used a few other kits of mine as well, which I'll link below. So the Botany kits, sort of all the nature themed ones that I have really in my Etsy shop. I love this image of the bugs. It looks like they're having a party together. So it's kind of entomology theme as well, I guess. Some ephemera from the kit as well, just stitched around it. I think this one actually might be the graphics fairy as well. I've used quite a few images. I went through their sort of back catalogue of nature themed pieces. And then on this page I created my own little sort of cameo, but I haven't put any glass over the top. It's just a jewellery setting. So this was totally inspired by Rhonda, who's a little bit French. She does a lot of these types of things and I love them. And I just added a little bit of lace with her. And then this giant flower here, this is a sort of a last minute addition. So my lovely friend Tracy, who is House Whimsy, put out these gorgeous floral, like whimsically floral images that you can fussy cut. My printer wasn't playing ball when I was printing these. I need to get it cleaned out, but just how pretty are these? So I've used them throughout, and I've sort of fussy cut some of them. So yeah, I'll point them out when I come to them. But yeah, this is one of them. I just really, really love that image. Here I've created a little top tuck. So I folded the page over and glued it down the side, and then I just popped a hole in the top. And then some of this fauna or flora here, images. I quite like how it looks like a bit of a Polaroid. So keep in frame. And then on this side I've added some more paper ruffles. Another piece of ephemera. This is again out of another one of my kits. Can't remember what it's got off the top of my head. But I'll listen all below. And if there's anything specific image-wise that you want to know, just leave me a comment with the timestamp of whereabouts in the journal it is, and I will do my best to direct you accordingly. So yeah, just a piece of ephemera of like sort of a garden French magazine. I will just say that Pat Winter from my design team, she recently did a journal using these kits, and I absolutely felt so inspired after I watched her. That's why I started this journal. So hi Pat, if you're watching. And she told like such a nice story throughout her journal of these women that, you know, foraged and did all this fun stuff. Now, I'm not a creative person in that sense, but I'll leave the link for her video down below, and if you haven't already seen it. But I just love the way that she like told this story as she was going through her journal. So I'm not even going to attempt to do that. But yeah, I love that. So onto the next page. So this is obviously from the castle kit. So at the bottom I've added a piece of lace, another one of the 49 Market cutouts, button, and then I've just popped in Pegasus. I love this image, just as a journal card. So it's floating around. And then on this side I've added this lady. Again, I love these engravings, these vintage like drawings. And I've just popped some more ephemera in there to write on. Again, I'm sort of picking out anything nature related or anything sort of green for this journal. I've added a little side tuck here with some lovely lace. Popped in some more ephemera. And then the lovely mushroom image. I just love this image. Just sewn around the edge. And then on this side, I've laid some. So this is some French script ephemera that I've just sort of painted in greens with watercolor, just to give it a little bit of cohesiveness to the journal. And then on this side, I've got one of my labels from the Botanical Tag Kit. And again, this is another one from my nature inspired sort of kits. I've added another one of the butterflies from the 49 Market. And then these, this is just a book page that I've layered. Just really like the font on that one. And then this is out of another one of my kits. I think it's called Still Life, this one. I just really love that image of that lady. And then onto this side, I've created a little side tuck here. I've not popped anything in here because, as you can see, the journal got very fat quickly. But lots of space to add your own little bits and pieces. Here's some of Tracy's gorgeous images. I just love them. I love how sort of moody and ethereal they are looking, and I've just backed them with foxed sort of tea-dyed paper. Then on this side, so this is a moth that's again out of the 49 Market kit. I must admit, I was laughing when I was adding this. So there's a viral video of this kid who sat on his bed and he's laughing his head off because his mum's asking him what he's called his pet moth. And eventually, once he stops laughing, his pet moth is called Mothu. And I just thought that was so funny. And he's just got like a really infectious smile in the video. You might have seen it. You might think, what on earth are you on about, Sam? But if you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, he's got this pet moth called Mothu, and I thought it was hilarious. So anyway, yeah, so this is Mothu. Just thought it was too funny. I had to mention it. In here I've got a little glassine bag that I've added some little cigarette cards about bird eggs and things. This is out of one of my nature kits as well. And it just tucks in there. So yeah, I just used that as a side tuck because it's big enough to obviously hold anything. There's the other side of that original piece. I just love the staining on it. It's a really unique piece. Then on this side, I've got some more journaling cards. So I really did sort of pick out lots of butterflies and herby kind of things. This is poison ivy. And then here's another one of the fussy cut flowers from Tracy as well, at House Whimsy. I'll list the kits below that I used in the journal for you. It's off the top of my head, I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, I absolutely love that. It's kind of got like a bit of a hand watercoloured vibe to it. So yeah, I really love that. This is out of the kit as well. I love this with all the animals on it. And then in here, another mystical lady. I love that. I just love the outfit she's wearing. This is my attempt of a botanical watercolor on some original ledger. And here is another piece of ephemera. Oh, so I did use a lot of my French greens kit in this gel as well, so it has lots of those green aqua tones to it, because I wanted to warm up this kit, and I didn't want it to be so dark and dingy. I wanted it to be sort of quite feminine as well. Here's an original piece again on that lovely cotton rag paper, and I just created a really large journal tag, so I've just collaged pieces. At the top here is a piece of watercolor that I did on some script, and I've just stitched all the way around there, and I've left the side of the pocket open so it's easily can be taken out if you wanted to. Then in here is a little envelope that I made and another journal card. Again, I've just been collaging all the images. I really love how that one came out. Oh, Ladies' Memoirs, that's another kit that I used. Just thinking the butterfly was from that kit. And also the backing paper as well. I really did sort of ghost town on mixing kits in this. There's so many kits that work really well with this, and it's quite eclectic. So again, these images are definitely from those kits as well. And then that might be from the Graphics Fairy, thinking about it. So just a nice large journal tag, and then you'll recognise this. This is a piece of fabric that was left over when I cut this lovely quilt, and I just used it as a sort of tuck spot, or belly band, shall I say. Over here I've got another big pocket, so you can add anything. This is a label from the Botanical Tags. Here's a really nice piece of, I want to say French, but I think it's Italian, book paper. And again, I've fussy cut one of the House Whimsy florals there. I really love that vibrant red to it, a pop of colour. More from the kits. There's another one of my botanical watercolors. Do with that as you will. I'm not going to claim myself to be an expert in watercolour. Another image, foxglove. I love foxgloves. Here's another, I guess a German Bible page maybe. And then in the centre here, I've created another side tuck, again using old book papers for ruffles. Then I've created a tag here, again another mystical lady. She looks like she could be a card reader or something, like a gypsy lady. I love her. This opens up here. And then on this side is a junk mail envelope that I've obviously collaged on top, and then I made a journal card for the inside. So again, another mystical lady. I love what she's wearing. See, that brooch looks like it should be what she's wearing. And I stitched around the edge just for more impact. And then there's Pegasus again. And then here's a tag that I made. I really love how this came out. So I just did lots of layering and just sort of played with the oval and the circle images. This is one of the labels off of the Botany tags as well. And then this image is from the kit. And this is the Botany tag. And then here's one of my snippet tags as well. And I just glued that to the side as a sort of a flip. I like how that came out. And then this is another image from the kit. It's kind of like entomology sort of, I don't know what they're called, but when they frame the actual butterfly as a specimen. So yeah, there's another side tuck there. Some more of that beautiful ledger. Again, I've left it open. And then in here, I love this image. She's really pretty, but also kind of creepy at the same time. But I love that image. So that's part of the kit as well. And then this is my faux specimen card that I made. So there's a couple of little bug pictures in the kit. So yeah, I made one for that. And then I absolutely love this piece of lace. It's like really, really thick and gorgeous. And I made two little tags that go in here. So these are just collage pieces as well. Back to there. And then there's this image here of this lady riding her. Is it? It's not a dragon, is it? I don't know. But it's really cool. I love that image. I love the birds as well. That's from the Graphics Fairy, I believe. And then I love the rose background paper as well. That's also from the Ladies' Memoirs kit. Another side tuck. And then in here is another of the faux cabinet cards that I made, or specimen cards. And then I used old book paper for this one, and it had a date. So I just circled around it in pencil. I know that's something that Angie likes to do. Hi Angie, if you're watching. She likes to sort of highlight details and things on papers. So I highlighted the date because I thought it was quite cool. So that resin there. Some more ephemera. So lots of pops of green. I mean, there's so many lovely background papers in this kit. I just didn't want to cover up. And then on this side, some more ephemera. I've just sort of folded it over to make it look old, but a great sort of journal area there. And then some original ledger. And then I've added the mushroom journal card there. This is quite a delicate piece, so I actually just reinforced it with some tape. I love this image of the mushrooms in the forest. And then on this side, I've just stapled this piece of ephemera on the top and added a piece of lace, so you can tuck something under there or write something under there and it'd be a little bit hidden. Then we have the moon, lots of space to write. There's a little side tuck in here, another little journal card that I made. These labels are from the Botanical Kit, which again I'll link down below. But there's a few different labels in that kit. So this one says curiosities. I think there's specimen, like all sorts of different ones that you can use. And then in here, I love the trim on this one. This is one of my snippets. It says history, but in French. Histoire. I don't want to butcher it. Another mystical lady. So she's really pretty. She looks like she's going to a masquerade ball or something. Then there's a heart tea-dyed doily that I folded in half. And then this is a tag from the Botanical Tag Kit. I haven't done anything to it, but it's just a really nice sort of picture. And some more ephemera to write on. Lots and lots of space. Then on this side, I love this image of this lady here. I think she was a tin type originally as well, so I love how dark and gloomy it is. Another piece of ephemera from Ladies' Memoirs kit, and then the backing paper is from the Botanical Kit, I think, or Botany, one of the two. This is from the French Greens kit, and this is another one of the 49er Market die cut or laser cut pieces. I mean, just look how intricate it is. It's really pretty. So I wanted it to look like I'd just sort of stuck it in my book, so I just put a little bit of tape across the bottom. Then in here, I've left an empty pocket there for you. Oh, I used, I love how I can't remember what I've used. The honeybee kits, so she's from there. I really love this image of this lady. So yeah, it says pure honey label. And then this is a little collage piece that I created. These little tags are from the Botanical Kit as well. I know Dodie likes to use these from my team. And then I think this honeybee lady looks quite similar to one of the ladies out of the kit. So side by side they look very similar. But then this image goes like this. So she's a bit of a dark one, this one. But you know, I was trying to sort of please everybody. But yeah, I think she looks very similar. Maybe it's her sister. Her evil sister. So we have her just poking out so you can see her good side, but her evil side's hidden. And then this is another piece of ephemera that I took my watercolours to and sort of just added colours and things and sort of grunged up. And then on the other side is another pocket, some more journaling sort of cards. I love this image of the dried flowers. And I've just stitched around that. I love this image of the moon. And then on this side, again, some more of these sort of masquerade looking ladies. So I wanted to create sort of a waterfall effect where they flip up. So it's kind of like a hidden writing area. Like so. And then on this side, again, another one of Tracy's beautiful floral images. And then this is from the Botany Kit, I think. So yeah, there's lots and lots of journaling cards in this journal. I really went to town and it got very chunky. Here's another watercolour piece of paper. And you can't have a mystical woman without a black cat. And then just a simple tag using that background paper that's from the Graphics Fairy. So yeah, that is the journal. Like I said, it has already sold, but I thought it deserved a place on my YouTube. Share with you this. Like I said, it's an absolutely very different style of journal for me. I'm normally quite known for my pastels and things. This is probably the darkest journal I've done, but I'd say it's more of a fun botanical dark, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let me know what you think to this style. Like I said, my inspiration for this journal was the lovely Pat Winter. I'll link her below, and you can see her video as well. If you click on, please, thank you. Yeah, so I will list everything below, and hopefully I'll be back soon with something completely different. Alright, bye guys.